The power filter on this tank recently has started to make a pretty loud noise. It's pretty annoying. I'm going to fix this and show you how I do it. I'm going to pull this filter off the tank and then we'll take a look inside. Okay, I've got the power filter off the tank. This is an Aquaclear 70. I really like these Aquaclear filters. They have a nice big media compartment that is very versatile, way more versatile than power filters that have the like all-in-one kind of cartridge, which are convenient, but you don't have as much flexibility in what you put in the filter. These filters also generally are very quiet and don't require a whole lot of maintenance, but sometimes they do start to make noise. All power filters can start to make noise after a while, and I've noticed it's particularly a problem in tanks with sand substrates that tend to get stirred up a lot, which is what this tank is on. It's on a tank, an aquarium with sand substrate and fish that like to bury in the sand. And what happens is sand gets into the motor housing and causes problems. The motor housing is back here. You simply twist it off. While you have it off, it's a good idea to check out the O-ring on this that keeps a nice tight watertight seal. Check to make sure it's not dried out and cracked. It's an easy fix. You can get a new O-ring, pop it on, no problem. But it's a good idea to check them out. They do last a long time, 10 years or more if it's on a freshwater tank, maybe a little less on a saltwater tank. But it's a good idea to check them out while you have it off. What happens is sand can get into the filter and gets it down in there and can cause some problems with the impeller. Sometimes these things are just really gunked up. They're coated in diatoms or algae or just some mulm, and that can cause the impeller to function improperly. So just a cleaning out of the impeller and the motor housing is often enough to get these things working. Here's the impeller. You can pull it right out. You'd want to clean in there nice and good. And what you can see is this impeller has ridges that have formed from sand particles getting in here, spinning around and wearing out this magnet part. And what happens is that it wears away the magnet, so it makes it less powerful, and it makes the impeller imbalanced, and it rattles around inside the motor housing and causes lots of noise. So I have a new impeller. Open this up. The magnets are attracting to each other. The old one with the ridges, you can definitely feel them. And the new one, nice and smooth magnet. So I had to get this online. I have seen them in pet stores before, but I couldn't find one around here, so I got it online. And simply just slide it back onto the shaft like that. Spins pretty well. We'll put this back on the power filter and get it back on the tank. So to put the motor housing back on, have it oriented like that with the tab pointing inwards, push it up, spin it to lock it into place like that. I'll put the tube back on, fill it back with water, put it on the tank, and fire it up and see how it sounds. I've got the filter back on the tank, but it's still really loud. So I think it's the motor itself that is the problem. So I'm going to pull this thing back off, I'm going to replace it with another motor, and see if that doesn't fix the problem. Okay, inside this motor, there's an axle that you can pull out with the pliers. It's in there pretty good. And then the impeller slides and then spins on this axle. Well, this axle on this noisy filter, I hope you can see, this whole region here is worn out, and there are grooves in there and everything. And then if I spin this, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this end especially is not worn out evenly. It's one side is much more worn out than the other side, and I think that is what's really causing the problem. The impeller is sitting on this, and it's not rotating on a nice, even, smooth axle, it's rattling around and making all sorts of noise. So it's this that needs to be replaced, which you can't just buy these separately. They come with the motor, so I might have to buy a new motor. I have to look through my parts and see, maybe I might have another axle that I can replace. But I think this is the root of the problem, although the old impeller was pretty bad off. So I got a new motor. You can go out and buy these motors separately, or you can do what I did and get one from a different Aquaclear model, because all these Aquaclears, the Aquaclear 20, 30, 50, and 70, and maybe even the 90, I'm not sure though, all use the same motor unit. The only difference is the impeller. So I had an Aquaclear 20 that I took the motor out of, and I'm going to take away this impeller, which you can see has 4 little fins. The Aquaclear 70 has 6 fins, and they are slightly larger than the fins on the 20. Okay, I'm just going to slide my new Aquaclear 70 impeller into the Aquaclear 20 motor, and then reattach it to the filter. See, fits just fine. It's rated the same. If you go to Aquaclear's website, the parts have the same number, all the motors. So it's a good way to fix a larger Aquaclear. Is just buying a cheaper one, or getting a cheaper one from somebody, and replacing the motor. And we'll put this back on the tank, and it should be good as new. So I've got the filter back on the tank, and it is silent. It's nice. I'll let you take a look and listen here. So there you have it. By replacing the impeller and replacing the motor unit with a motor unit from a smaller, cheaper Aquaclear unit, I now have this Aquaclear 70 running silently. It's quite nice. If you like this video, found it helpful, don't forget to like it, and you can also subscribe for some other cool stuff. Thanks for watching.